So we announced the SL3S, the M11 Glossy. Then just yesterday, we announced the Sumilux 50 1.4. And then we have other products like the 100 Years accessories, the Lux Grip, the Software 2 Burton Edition. And in March, we will have a refresh of the gallery. So we will have a new artist who's going to exhibit here. So one of the interesting parts or interesting characteristics of the Leica store is that we're also a gallery. So rarely will you find a retail space that has a full-fledged gallery. Ayan. So para lang makita ninyo, no? So ito yung in-announce natin, ito yung Sumilux. Ayan, kondo. Diba? Yun, Sumilux 50 1.4. So yung SL3S, it's more geared towards hybrid or video. So photo and video. So yan, but it also works within the SL system. And yan, so it complements the SL3 and now you have the SL3S. And then, this is the, I don't know, sa M11 Glossy. So, alam niyo ba yun? Yung brassing. So, as time goes on, yung camera mo, if you have this kinds of cameras, habang nagagasgas, may lumalabas na parang dilaw na copper or brass. Ganda, diba? I mean, parang in a way, it's a badge of honor na magasgas. Kasi it shows time passing. Diba? Yung the patina, diba? So, yun, may patina dun sa camera mo. Parang in a way, it's a sign that it has gone through life, not just its life, but your life. Kasi you're using it eh. So in a way, that's why, diba, isa sa mga interesting parts with Leica is that it grows old with you. You even pass it on to the next generation, diba? Tapos ito, kasama na in-announce yung Noctilux Glossy. And then recently then, we also announced the Lux Grip. So basically, it allows you to have that Leica experience using your mobile phone. And then the Software 2 Burton Edition. And this one. So ito yung anniversary accessories and collectibles. This month or early next month. Yeah. And as I mentioned, next month we will have a new exhibitor for this space. So it's going to be Angela Panlilio. So yan. So ito yung isa sa mga works niya. Going to our topic now. So on Sunsets, the Beautiful, and Other Photographic Tropes. The way it was framed somehow, it feels as if it's adversarial to Sunsets. Ewan ko kung anyone would have noticed. The way it was framed, the title, On Sunset, it's as if I'm criticizing people who shoot sunsets. So, parang ganun, parang sarcastic, no? So very critical. So some people might have noticed that, some people might have not. But to a certain extent, it's intentional. So we want to be in that in-between space of being critical, but also accepting that this is one of the things that we keep on shooting. We've been shooting sunsets since the invention of photography, diba? So why? But then we're also parang putting some pressure on that. Why sunsets? Pero siguro review lang, no? So again, it has to be connected to the series, no? So the topic 1, kasi topic 2 na to. Topic 1 is on meaning. Ito yung I think na napuntahan ng ibang members ng club. This was done in December. So, pero before we proceed, no, some disclaimers. So, I am not a professional philosopher. Ano yung professional philosopher? These are philosophy professors. So, and they tend to be very, comprehensive and deep when they read art and then when they read photography. Later, I'll show you in Ateneo, now they have a philosophy of photography subject. So, pero yun nga, just a disclaimer, I am not a professional philosopher, but I am a photography teacher. So, more or less, yun naman ang pinanggagaling ko, the theory side. So, yun. And then, aside from that, being a teacher, no, so, kasi tatanungin ng mga co-teachers ko, sino nag-review ng presentation mo? Kasi sa mga teachers, we review each other's work. So, parang nire-review namin, saan mo kinuha yung source na yan? Ano yung citation yan? So, I think for some of you who have been to college, diba? Yan, tatanong, saan mo, ano yung citation mo, bibliography mo? So this lecture is not peer-reviewed, but I'm recording it to share it with my co-teachers so they can also comment. No? And lastly, there's going to be a short quiz after the session. So let's go to that question of the critical. No? So why use that word critical? A lot of people are scared of this term kasi in a way parang it seems as if you're negative. Napaka-nega mo, dami mong galit sa mundo. So, I'll clarify lang why we use that term critical photography. No? So this is one of many. So again, we had one already last December, and then this is going to be a continuous program at least for 1 year. And then let's see if what happens, no? So to be very technical, this is the teacher hat na I'm wearing, no? If you really want to talk about critical or critical theory, that's an entire, that's an entire course. So I will not go into that. But just to let you know, when you say critical, that also has an academic valence. Meron siyang pinanggagalingan. So if you want to be very academic when you talk about the critical, that's critical theory. So these are the people who are usually associated with that theory. And take note lang na critical theory usually talks about power, oppression, and inequality. So pag pumunta ka sa ibang schools na medyo progressive, ito yung isa sa mga foundations of their program. So whether it's an art program or an economics program, if you go to a school na medyo heavy on critical theory, yan yung mga pinag-uusapan dyan. Power, oppression, inequality. So for us, let's siguro bracket that for the moment and then focus on what the word critical entails. What does it entail? One of the things that we associate with the word critical is crisis. Crisis. It's not necessarily the same Greek roots, pero in a way we always associate critical with a crisis. Pero we have to be very clear that when we talk about the critical or what's the crisis, we're just emphasizing that you do not criticize just for the heck of it. Diba? I mean, be a nice person. We're living in a society, diba? We have to be very accommodative of other people's beliefs. So it's not criticizing for the heck of it. Ang sinasabi lang natin is that when you do critique, we're just asking what is at stake in the object of your critique. Pag kinikritik mo ang photography, ang you're asking is, what's in it? Why are you doing it? So that is one of the entailments of being critical is that it's also a self-reflection. Why am I doing this? Is it just anger, angst, diba? Hindi yan. It's not just an emotional thing. A critique or being critical is an embodiment of a position in the world. That you're trying to understand the world. You're trying to make it meaningful. So yun yung important doon. You're not just doing it for the heck of it. And interestingly, yung sa last, what is the crisis you are trying to address? Interesting, people would say na, bakit ang napaka-critical mo naman, Tony? Actually, ang point ko nga, bakit natin nagkakaroon tayo ng critical photography activity is that we're trying to mediate something, to make it more understandable. Diba? So yun yun. So I think one of the goals of this specific session is that we want to appreciate photography more. Ganun kasimple, diba? So and appreciation requires being critical. And again, baka siguro ang mindset kasi natin when you hear critical, it's being negative. To a certain extent, meron naman din talaga because critique is a negative force or it's a negative effort you apply to an object of critique. So if you're critiquing a book, you apply pressure on that book, on the narrative, on the author, so that you can understand it more. Yun lang naman yun. Tapos, if you are going to go to the Greek roots of the word, when you say critique, it comes from kritike or krinein. So, interestingly, it's not as negative as you would think. In the Greek idea, that to be critical is to discern and judge thoughtfully. Kadalasan lang kasi na-associate natin yung being critical because of critical theory. Kasi nga, kadalasan more progressive groups would use critical theory parang to be very passionate, diba? So in their voice when they address concerns in society. But if we're going to go back to the roots, it's just to be critical is just being discerning, being thoughtful. And then interestingly, yun nga, because of that, being critical is just a faculty of discernment, of a faculty of judgment. And mapapansin niyo doon, no, yung critical, yung sa Greek word, no, kritike means the art of judgment. Diba? I mean, ganun siya, hindi siya negative the way we think that critiquing or being critical of someone is negative, no. Being critical is the art of judgment. So, tapos papasok na yung, or the ability to discern, di ba? Isn't that a very fruitful activity? Kadalasan inisip kasi natin parang it's a waste of time to be critical kasi parang magbabago ba yung mundo pag in-apply mo? Hindi naman. I mean, kaya yung, ano nga isn't the ability to discern a very fruitful activity for a human being? Kaya, in the end, ang goal natin is that why do it? The process could lead you to something meaningful. Yung ginamit ko nga could lead kasi possible naman na after being critical, wala namang kinalabasan. But then again, I think the effort itself bears fruits. So yung just being appreciative of what you're engaging with, whether it's music. Again, being critical does not necessarily mean we're talking about photography. It could be a book, literature, art, music, your friends, diba, your society, your family. Again, not being critical family na inaaway mo yung kamag-anak mo. We're critical being, we're trying just to be very appreciative and thoughtful of our relationships. So yan. Tapos yung in workshops, kadalasan may mga mnemonics or merong mga schematics tayong ginagamit. So minsan pa nagkikritikal mawa in school or at a workshop, sabi niya, okay, you divide the work into the form, content, and purpose. Minsan gamitin niyan text, subtext, context. Or siguro, ang madaling application niyan if you're going to read No Limit Tangere, what is the text? The text is the story of Crisostomo Ibarra. That's the text. What is the subtext? It's about oppression, it's about colonialism, and what was the context? Rizal was writing it during a time that Filipinos didn't have access to literature as much. Diba? And then maliban pa doon, I think he was writing it in Spain. Tama ba? So yun, nakalimutan, in Spain. So yun yung mga context. So he was writing it, if I'm not mistaken, in Spanish. So hindi rin siya mababasa ng Filipino. So interesting yun kasi you're talking about oppression and yet it cannot be read by a Filipino. The first reader probably would be a Spanish citizen. Diba? Diba ang goal naman ni Rizal was hindi naman maging independent ng Pilipinas. Ang gusto niya is maging province tayo, diba? Of Spain. So yun, that's context. Diba? Kahit na it talks about oppression, ang gusto ni Rizal, not necessary to break away from Spain. Make me a province. Give me the same rights as a Spanish citizen. So interesting yun. So interesting din na siya naging national hero kasi some would say na dapat si Andres Bonifacio. No? So ayan, another context yan. Pero yun, so that's an example of text, subtext, context. Can you apply that to photography? You can also. Diba? You can apply the same thing. Tapos, in another schematic naman or another scheme, is technique, subject, audience, diba? So, ang dami niyan. Depende sa teacher, depende sa book, depende sa school, depende sa context, diba? Pero in school, kadalasan, this is a more parang threshed out idea, no? So, if you're going to critique, you have to have an object of critique, which is the work or the text. The author, you also put pressure on the author, which in terms, dito ang sinasabi, the causal agent. Bakit the causal agent? It even takes yung causal agent is a work comes out because of something causing it. Bakit di mo nalang sabihin Tony na tao? Paano kung halimbawa, yung aso nakagawa ng music? Paano kung yung AI nakagawa ng art, quote-unquote? Isn't that causal as well? Diba? If ang ibon humuni ng tunog, isn't the ibon, the bird, also quote-unquote, the causal agent? Diba? So yun yung kaya medyo mas, in academic terms, medyo mas wide, the causal agent. So it doesn't have to be a living person. Yun pa interesting yan. So if sabihin natin tumumba ang puno, what is the causal agent? Wind? Diba? Gravity? Diba? Hindi naman siya tao. So yun. And then the audience. Yung third would be the audience or the critic. Take note na magkasama yung audience and critic because the critic in himself, he's first an audience. Before he speaks or talks or writes, he's first an audience. He's the first reader of whatever he's trying to critique. So he has to be an audience first. So ang mga technical term dito sa school, the external gaze, the spectator, or the speculative position. Kasi you're talking about critique. There's a certain weight of speculation. You don't read the material itself as is. You ask things. So that's why I use speculative position. And then the context, katulad ng kanina, diba? Pero ito mas wide-ranging kasi there's historical context, there's aesthetic context, psychological context, ethical context, scientific, diba? So madami. Then last yung method. People would usually term it as the technique, di ba? So by what standard or process does one measure or assess? When you say that something is good, what is your measure? Are you looking at a Western eye? Are you looking at an Eastern eye? Di ba? So yun yung mga questions kadalasan pag sa school. Pero yan, so pinapalawak lang natin. Again, pinapalawak lang natin yung idea. So going back to the topic now, on sunsets, the beautiful and on other photographic tropes. So medyo, please bear with me that I will be, through the course of the next 1 hour or 1 hour and a half pa, I will be summarizing in large chunks a course, diba, na 14 weeks. Actually, more pa, diba? It could even be an entire PhD or an entire masteral program for some. So, pero anyway, siguro balikan lang natin din i-contextualize natin siya doon sa topic 1 again Sa topic 1 natin, the topic natin is on meaning. So remember yung question natin doon, yung prompt natin doon. We always say that to photograph is to capture meaning. Yun yung sa session 1, diba? So do you agree? Is it true? Is it false? Or at least is it valid? Is this statement true, false, or valid at least? Let's see. Well, tapos na yun. Nasagot na natin ito nung December. So, pero kinunik ko lang, parang review. Para akong teacher talaga, no? Review ng past lesson. Ayan. Interesting din, whether you say it's true, false, or valid, ako, I would highlight yung term na capture. Kasi it shows something Parang it describes something. When you say that you're trying to capture meaning, somehow you have an image of meaning as something that you have to arrest. You have to hold, diba? You have to grab by the hand, by the arm, and then, halika dito, meaning. Parang ganun yung image niya. So kaya ang lumalabas dito, you have a image of meaning, quote-unquote, as something that flutters around and go from flower to flower, and then you capture it. Or, medyo aggressive, pwede naman na, is meaning some wild animal that needs to be subdued, tamed, caged, and then put in a book, or put on a photograph. So think about it, no? So ganun bang meaning? Is it something wild that you have to capture, quote unquote, and then you tame it and then you put it in a photograph? So ito yung mga prompts lang natin nung December. So ito example lang nun. This is a photograph of a rock. So, does a rock have meaning? What is the meaning of a rock? And since it's a photograph already, if you photograph a rock, do you capture its meaning? Do you think? Do you do? How?
I have to find out the meaning. And the photography is a vessel. So everything, this process starts with an idea, not today. Today it's very complex because we started with the Frankfurt School.
Yeah.
And I really
Siyempre.
I'm a fan of the original Frankfurt School.
Yeah.
But became today what we can critical theory. For example, the critical race theory.
Yeah, there's the differences. Yeah, it morphed into something.
You have a message that I would like to show that there are details, there are sides, there are content. I have an idea about, and I have to send it through a photography in a way. If I have a message or an opinion or meaning or something, if I don't have, I would say don't do it. But you can have any message or even a feeling. Because Beethoven one time told that they asked Beethoven that what is the message? And he told that I would like to show what I feel right now to somebody directly to my music, not with words explaining. You should feel the same what I feel right now.
So for example, here, what is the meaning of that rock? Interesting yung kay Miss Leia, sabi niya, it's the meaning for you.